So now that I've got my first layer printed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start carving out my next layer. So right now I've got all the whites carved out of my block. So the next step is going to be to carve out anything that I want to keep this orange color that I printed. So the next layer is going to be a darker value. I think initially my thought was to do a darker orange, but maybe I'll do like a red instead of that. But it's going to be a darker value than this orange here. So I don't really need to think right now about what's going to be that darkest part. I just need to think about what's going to stay that light orange value and then carve that out. A couple other things with mine is, remember, I've got this kind of circle in the background that I didn't want to draw with a Sharpie marker because it could transfer to the print. So I kept that from being able to transfer. So I need to redraw that circle so I can put that back. And then I also think I'm going to add like a little bit of a border around the edge, similar to what I did with this two-color print. I still need to print the key layer on this, but I kept that border all the way around the edge, so I'll probably do that too. For that border, I'm just going to draw it with a pencil. I don't need to transfer it or anything. So that's what you'll need to work on for the next step for the second layer. You're going to carve out your second layer. You're carving out anything you're keeping, the light layer, everything else stays. And if you need to, you can redraw certain aspects back into it in pencil. So yeah, go ahead and get working, and I'll kind of demonstrate these processes in case you want to watch me do it. I'm also going to think too, so I'm going to carve out all of this background in between the circle and that frame around it. But when I look back at the one I carved before, I kept all these hatch marks or the chatter horizontal throughout it. So I'll probably think to do the same thing, to keep those the direction of those carved marks horizontal through it. So I'll carve out around the circle, I'll carve out around the framework, and then everything else I'll keep in that horizontal motion so that the chatter remains consistent for the background.